Hello, it's me again from Tiberius. It is 7:23 in the evening. Um, I'm sitting outside the hotel, kind of an upper level by the pool. I hope you guys can hear me better this time. I had some complaints that I couldn't be heard because of the wind and stuff, and there's some music playing around the corner. I don't know if you guys can hear it. That's why I'm using the earbuds, so hopefully picks up a little bit better. But anyway, I just jotted some little fun factoids and stuff like that that I thought I might share with you. And these are in no particular order, but I thought I would do it now while I'm still kind of fresh and I haven't crashed yet. But anyway, there are no clocks anywhere. There are no alarm clocks in the hotel rooms. There's no clocks in the stores or anywhere in the hotel or anywhere that we've been. The only place that there's a clock is on the tour bus, which I thought was kind of weird that there's no alarm clock at my hotel room. All the elevators are really, really small. They can only fit a few people, and they're slow, and there's no air in there. There are no ceiling fans. There are no exhaust fans in the bathroom. So if you take a shower and it gets all steamy, you're just out of luck. All the exit signs are green, in back home, exit signs are U.S., but apparently in Israel, if you need to leave, it's green. You need to go. um, anyway, they don't use flat sheets. It's just a fitted sheet and a comforter, which is not good for me because I get hot and the comforter is really thick. It's a really nice comforter, but I get way too hot. But so I'm not crazy about this. But Camille has been sleeping like this for as long as I can remember, so she'd be all about it. It got up to 91 degrees today, but it wasn't that bad. In fact, yesterday when we went to Mount Carmel, Dr. Jackson, which is Pastor's father, who actually has a second home here, said that in all the decades that he's been coming here, he's never seen a day that was so nice, especially since usually at Mount Carmel it's really hazy, but we were actually able to see all the way to the Mediterranean, and even the locals were talking about how that never happens and what a glorious, beautiful day that it was. Tomorrow it's supposed to get up to like 99, I think, and then next week it's going to be in the hundreds, and I think Tuesday it's supposed to get up to 107. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I'll be hot, but I'm in Israel being hot, so really, who cares? Everything here is in 3 languages: Hebrew, which is the national language, English, and Arabic. And I haven't spoken to a soul that didn't know at least a little bit of English. Daniel, our tour guide, can speak 6 languages. I'm taking tons of pictures and videos, so usually right around lunchtime my battery is like down to 40%. But the coolest thing is that the tour bus itself has USB ports, 2 of them, right in the middle of both the seats. There's 2 seats on one side and 2 seats on the other, and then there's 2 USB ports right in between the seats on the ceiling for every single row on both sides. And so everybody is just plugging up, and it's been a lifesaver. Usually after lunch I'm having to plug up both my phone and my Fitbit. So very helpful. I thought Michelle, my sister, would like that. She's all techie. What else? Oh, and the tour bus even has Wi-Fi. Is seriously cool. If you spend $110 at one time, they give you a customs form that you can take to the airport, and when you turn it in, they'll give you a 17% refund. Um, I may or may not have a couple of these forms already. So, uh, moving on. They are extremely pro America here. They love us and say that we're a blessed country, which we are. Um, Today we took a boat ride on the Sea of Galilee, and the captain, who is a Jewish Christian, said that Israel is completely safe, but fake news, and these are his words, fake news like CNN don't want anyone to believe that, and so they report everything bad that they possibly can. And he says anyone who visits Israel will bless Israel and in return be blessed themselves. And I know that that is actually true for me. I have discovered the joys of traveling alone. I have never traveled alone before in my life, and I know that I'm in a group and everything, and there's safety in numbers, and I'm appreciative of all of that. But while we all look out for each other, if the group is going this way and I want to go over here, I can go over here, and I don't have to keep up with anybody, and I don't have to worry about anybody keeping up with me, and I can do things on my own time, and it is glorious. It's actually very liberating, and I've made friends. There's actually several women here my age and divorced that are traveling alone, and we all kind of just look out for one another, and we just make sure that we're on the bus when we're supposed to be, and we take pictures for each other when need be. And it's wonderful. Who knew? I always thought y'all had to have somebody to travel with to have a good time. I was really wrong. So, kind of wrapping it up, I think. Today Daniel was giving us a lesson on Judaism. And apparently there are different levels of Judaism, and you can tell that what level a person is by how he dresses. And I kind of alluded to that in my very first video when I was talking about how there were modern Jews with the yarmulke, and then there were the Hasidic Orthodox Jews, with the tendrils and wearing the black suit and a white tie or white shirt and the black hat and everything, and you can tell what level they are by their outward appearance. Daniel, although is Jewish, he's not practicing, and so he just wears ordinary clothes, no yarmulke. Women are not considered as equal to men, and they have to worship separately in the synagogue. And if a woman is an Orthodox Jew, then she is not allowed to show her, and if she's married, she's not allowed to show her real hair in public. So she's either got to have a covering or she's got to wear a wig. I'm not really sure why. He didn't really explain why. I mentioned in today's earlier video, if you've seen that it's Shabbat. And Shabbat is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. And during Shabbat, you can't do anything but, and if you're a practicing Jew, you can't do anything but pray, eat, and go to synagogue. So I mentioned in the earlier video that they even consider pushing an elevator button as work. So the elevator opens and closes on like a time schedule, and it stops at every single floor. I made the mistake of getting on one of those. Anyway, and so they advise, since it's Shabbat, there will be no coffee made tomorrow. No espresso, no cappuccino. And because apparently making coffee is work. There is instant coffee in the rooms. It's bad. So I asked, I said, well, is breakfast still going to be made? And he's like, well, yeah. They probably won't fry any eggs, but they will cook breakfast. And so I'm a little confused as, why cooking isn't work, but pressing an elevator button is. I'm not judging. I just don't understand. Anyway, Daniel brought up something. He said that because there are all these different sects and different levels to Judaism, there's a lot of discord in between the various factions. And the Jewish people actually believe that the Messiah won't come until all the factions of Judaism love one another. In fact, they believe that the reason why God allowed the temple to be destroyed was because they hated each other so much. And and he says that when people think about Jews, all they see is war. And we don't realize the actual social conflict that exists amongst themselves. And he was a little sad when he said that. It made me feel bad. Daniel will be working tomorrow because I said he's not a practicing Jew. That's about all I have for now. I know there's more, but this was all that I could come up with. If you have any questions or anything, holler at me. Send me a text or send me an email. I'll be happy to ask Daniel or whomever I run into anything that you want to know about Israel or the Jewish faith. It's really interesting to me. I'm learning a lot. I don't remember what we're doing tomorrow. I'm getting tired. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. If not, just don't watch them. I'm going to keep doing them because I want to make sure I have a record of everything. And recording this stuff has helped a lot. So I'm doing a lot of video taking and I'm buying a lot of books. Anyway, and I think that they are getting ready to do a candlelight Shabbat service. So I better clear out of here. I don't want to offend anybody or cause any international incidents, at least just not yet. I want to stay a little bit longer. Anyway, and congratulate me. I made it through a whole video without talking about food. Anyhow, I want to send this off now and maybe go for a walk and go to bed. And talk to you later. Bye.